Hello book people, PT here. I've got a haul of books and comics to share with you today. Let's look at the books. So these are two books that I got at, actually three books, hold on. These are three books that I got at Ollie's. Do you have Ollie's by you? Ollie's is like basically a discount store where they sell all kinds of strange stuff, but they actually have a really big comic book, or a really big book section of, like, I assume they're like overstock books that have been returned to the publisher and sold as overstock or whatever. But anyway, so I got three books from there. I got Mr. Mercedes, which is cool. I already had the ebook of this, so I don't know. I guess I wanted the print copy, so here it is. It was only like $2 or something. That's the main reason I got it. But the other two are very interesting. They are both from Hard Case Crime, on the Hard Case Crime line. I don't know if you are familiar with these, but basically this Hard Case Crime company puts out, they do two kinds of books. They do reprints of like great old books from the pulp era that are out of print, and new releases, but they're all kind of in the hard-boiled crime detective kind of line. So you'll see either, they all say on the front either first publication anywhere or complete and unabridged, which is how you know if it's a reprint or a new release. But anyway, so the two that I've got here are The Cocktail Waitress by James M. Cain. When I came out of the store with this, my wife was like, what is that cover? What are you buying? But James M. Cain is a great crime writer, and this was his final book that he was kind of like just finished as he died. They call it his lost final novel, which is always kind of weird when the book that was not published during the author's lifetime. But this one gets pretty good reviews, so very interested in this. And then finally, this one's really interesting, The 20-Year Death. So this is a modern book written by Ariel S. Winter, and it's three novels or three novellas. I'm not sure of the length of these exactly, although it's a long book. But they take place over the course of 20 years total, and they're each written in a different like legendary crime writer's style. So one is like Raymond Chandler, one is like Jim Thompson, I think, and I can't remember who the other one is. Doesn't say on here. Very interesting experiment, and looking to be a cool novel. So those are the books I got. Let's look at the comics. I got a box from InStockTrades.com. Let's see what trades were in stock today. Night out. Cutting away from me, just like my father taught me when he bought me my first pocket knife in the Boy Scout days or whatever. Gave me a very somber conversation on making sure you're cutting away from yourself. So thank you, Dad. I rarely cut myself because of that. All right, In Stock Trades. They are so good at packaging comics. Let me tell you, this is like packaged in there tight with this. So whatever's in here was very protected. I'll tell you that much. All right, so we get a stack of 3 books today. Let's see what they are. I know what they are. I'm just building suspense. I ordered them. In Stock Trades, you packaged this one too tightly. I cannot open it. Okay, here we go. Ooh. All right, so we'll start at the top here with, we got a trade paperback, We 3. The main reason I got this is because you get free shipping if an order is over $50 on In Stock Trades. And I'd actually originally ordered another book. I ordered 3 Story, I think, The Story of a Giant Man, 2 Story, by Matt Kind, who's a comic book writer and artist that I really like a lot. I'm sure you've heard me talk about his Mind Management series, but they emailed me and said they were in fact not in stock with that. It was out of stock, and did I want to replace it? So I picked We 3. This is a trade written by Grant Morrison and art by Frank Whiteley. So again, 2 of my favorites there, but it's basically the story, I haven't read it yet, but I think it's basically the story of these 3 pets, a dog, a cat, and a rabbit, who like somehow become like weaponized by the government. They're in these like robot-y suits here. I don't know if you can really see that, but it's only 3 issues long, but I love both the creators involved, so I definitely want to report back on that because it's very interesting. Second, we have this. If you're a Dream read-along fan, you'll be digging on this. This is the deluxe edition of Sandman Overture, Neil Gaiman's return to Sandman. 2 decades in the making, it says on the back. So this is the story. I'm gonna definitely read this and we'll let you know. I'm not gonna open it right now to look, but I'll definitely do a big review on this when I read it. So more to come on this. Definitely beautiful, wow. Beautiful, beautiful edition. And finally, the other one that I'm just as excited about is Multiversity, written by Grant Morrison, same as we three. Grant Morrison, though, as I've mentioned, I'm sure before, is definitely one of my favorite comic writers. I think he does such interesting work. Multiversity, I don't even know how to describe this, but I'll say on the back, there are worlds you have never imagined, worlds beyond the ones you know, worlds where heroes fight for truth and justice, worlds where darkness reigns and only a chosen few keep the light alive, worlds of magic and science, comedy and tragedy, monsters and marvels, 52 worlds, infinite possibilities, and one threat great enough to destroy them all. This is Multiversity. No, I messed that up. This is the Multiversity. So I think this is basically, I haven't read this yet, but boy, it gets good reviews and really looking forward to it. I think it's almost like a series of short stories that take place in all these different worlds and then kind of tie together. But boy, yeah, I've really been waiting for this to read this because I love Grant Morrison and I love, I think this one is really gonna be right up my alley. And if you look on the side, gosh, I'm sure you can't see that, but it's like numbered down 0 to 51 for the 52 Earths of the DC universe. Can't wait to read this. So that's what I bought. I will go into more detail on some of those after I read them. All right, hey, it's me again. I just unwrapped both these two, Multiversity and Sandman Overture, and I just wanted to show them again because they're so beautiful under the dust jacket. So Sandman Overture, beautiful dust jacket, but then underneath more really beautiful artwork. As far as the binding on this, I think like I'll do a little more just at a glance. Like, it's not great. I mean, it's definitely not totally flat, but it doesn't look like too much is going to be lost in the gutter. Like, trying to find a good double page spread to show. This might be a spoiler, I have no idea. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's such a slim volume that I think it's not going to bug me too much personally. Multiversity, this was the other one I really wanted to show because, you know, we've got this beautiful cover on the outside, but then on the inside, first of all, you have this really cool portrait of kind of the different alternate versions of the superheroes. And then I love it when they do this. On the inside of the dust jacket, you've got a big map of the multiverse. How cool is that? So I just wanted to show you those two things quick. These are, I mean, I'm really impressed with both these just from a like pure beauty of the product perspective. These are two of the more beautiful volumes that I own. Anyway, I'll come back to you with more on that. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.